Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last video lecture, we discussed about the definition of marketing and we also discussed what can be marketed. Now let us proceed further. In this video lecture, we will begin with basic concepts and firm's orientation towards various concepts. And finally, the concept of holistic marketing will discuss in the next video. So let us begin. The basic concepts are seven in numbers: needs, wants and demands, segmentation, targeting and positioning, product offerings and brands, marketing channels, three types of media: paid, owned and earned, impressions and engagement, and value and satisfaction. Now let us discuss each one of them in detail. The needs, wants and demands. Basically, needs are generated when consumers feel deprived. They have certain gaps and the need is felt. Wants are the ways in which consumers are willing to fulfill these needs. Now, when wants become demands, wants are not demands. Wants will become demand when their willingness is supported by their ability to pay. Now let us take an example and understand the needs, wants and demands. For example, a person is hungry. Now the moment the blood sugar level falls below a particular level, a person starts feeling hungry. This is called need, the need for food or hunger needs. Now this need is to be fulfilled and for that a consumer is willing to have some food. Let us assume in this example that a consumer wants to have snacks. Again, consumer has some options. For example, he wants to go to a roadside vendor and have some quick snacks. Now, this is one particular way of fulfilling the hunger need. Secondly, the same person may think of having snacks from a decent restaurant. And third option could be that a person would like to go to a very lavish place, say a three-star restaurant, and would like to enjoy food. All these three cases or options will be chosen by an individual based on how much he or she is willing to pay. And that is how the demand is made. So, this is what is about the needs, wants, and demands. Now let's talk about the segmentation, target markets, and positioning. These three are the pillars of marketing. Whether we talk about the consumer marketing, industrial marketing, digital marketing, social marketing, or any other type of marketing, let's say services marketing, segmentation, targeting, and positioning are the three basic pillars. Now let us understand what is the meaning of segment and segmentation. Fundamentally, all the markets are heterogeneous and consumers have different needs. Therefore, the firms need to divide this heterogeneous market into homogeneous subsets, which is called a segment. Now, why this segmentation is done? We will discuss in detail the basis of segmentation at appropriate time. However, let us understand the essence of segmentation. It's like one cannot be everything to everyone, but can be something to someone. In the marketing context, one can, a firm cannot produce the products for everyone, but a firm can definitely produce some products for some people or some select segments. Now, let us talk about targeting. After segmenting the market, A firm has to choose one or more segments which it can target. Now, how to choose the segment we'll again discuss at appropriate times. But let us understand the basic thing that whatever segments are chosen for targeting, they must be profitable, accessible, and should be growing faster so that the growth of the firm is also ensured. And for that, appropriate targeting strategy must be selected. The third part is positioning. Positioning is all about creating a unique place on consumers' perceptual map. That means occupying a specific place in consumers' mind. Now it means that whenever a consumer thinks of fulfilling a particular need, a product or a brand should come to his mind. Let us take for example, a consumer wants to keep his valuables safe in a strong box. Which company probably that consumer will think about? Godrej. Because it's a name to reckon with as far as these safety strong box solutions are concerned. Now let us talk about the third basic concept, which is products or offerings and brands. Products or offerings are the solutions that marketers offer to consumers. Basically, it is the solution to fulfill their needs. We already discussed in the previous video the 10 different types of products. Now, what is a brand? Brand is a name, URL, logo, sign, symbol, design, or any combination thereof that identifies a product. In fact, brand differentiates a product or offering of a firm, that of a company, from the competitors. In fact, it's a differentiator. See, the discussion about brand is done in detail in some other video. Please go through that video on brand management where I have tried to explain the branding, and the brand equity in lot of details. The fourth basic concept is marketing channels. It is very essential that the product which is produced at a point of production must be reaching to the point of purchase where consumers can purchase it. So intermediaries are involved in reaching this product from point of purchase, from point of production to point of purchase. Moreover, it also includes the communication channels which are used to communicate about the product, about the price, and various other aspects related to marketing to the consumers. The fifth basic concept is three types of media. They are paid media, owned media, and earned media. Now, the traditional media such as TV, radio, newspaper, holdings, etc., are paid. A company owned website, companies in house publications, they are owned media, whereas word of mouth, online reviews, and publicity are the earned media. Impressions and engagement. Friends, in digital marketing, the communication that a company sends must reach to a specific consumers, and therefore a lot of technology is used. So when we talk about impressions, impressions have to do with eyeballs, and using the technology, right persons are reached, and that is called eyeballs or impressions. For example, Google AdWords, it charges on the basis of CPM, which means charges for 1000 impressions. It also charges on other basis like say CPC, cost per click. So the CPM is for impressions. Now impressions alone cannot work. In order to ensure that a prospective buyer is turned or converted into consumer, the consumer must be engaged properly. So engagement is very important aspect of marketing, wherein the marketing communication should engaged consumer so that the chances of converting prospective buyer into consumer are increased. The last important basic concept is value and satisfaction. In fact, value is judged by consumers by comparing the benefits the product extends with the cost to acquire that product. So it's basically a comparison between benefit and cost or cost to benefit ratio. In fact, when we offer a product or an offering, the value of that offering or product, the perceived value, should be exceeding the cost to acquire the product. If that is done, then only consumer will perceive the value which is positive and the chances that consumer will acquire that product are more. Now let us talk about what is satisfaction. Satisfaction is the extent to which the product performs vis-a-vis expectations. Now, if performance is less than expectation, consumers are not satisfied. But if performance equals expectations, consumers are satisfied. However, in certain cases, the performance is far exceeding the expectations of the consumer, and in that case, consumers are delighted. So these were all about the basic concepts of marketing. We will discuss in detail when we proceed further and unfold various other topics on marketing management. Now let us move on to the second topic in this video, that is firm's orientation. There are four concepts: the production concept, the product concept, selling concept, and marketing concept. Now let us discuss with example each one of them. The first one is production concept. The firms that follow this concept, they believe that there is a market for a product offered at a low price, and therefore what the firms do, they try to produce in bulk using the mass production technology. They follow intensive distribution, and they also go for a standardized product. When I say standardized product, a product which is not customized, it is the same product to all. In fact, this particular concept was popularized 120 years before, when Henry Ford started producing Model T car using assembly line operation. It was the same black color car for the entire market, for all consumers who would like to buy that low cost car. So that was basically what we call as the firm's belief that people will buy car if it is offered at a lower price, and that is how Ford Motor actually became so successful that more than 2 decades it actually ruled the American automobile market. The second is called the product concept. Here companies believe that consumer will buy the products with high quality, best performance and packed with features. That means if a product is differentiated based on quality or based on performance or based on features, there is a market. So firm here focus on quality improvement and adding features. In fact, in order to survive the competition given by Ford Motors in 1920s, General Motors actually became or popularized the slogan called "Car for every purse and every purpose," and started producing different cars for different consumers, and that is how it actually competed strongly the Henry Ford's Model T car. The third is called selling concept. Here firms believe that consumer will buy the products if they are persuaded to do so. It means that basically the firms believe that consumers are not actually willing to buy the product on their own. They are kind of passive, and if the salesperson, the sales executive persuade them and make them and convince them to buy the product, they'll definitely buy the product. Here the firm actually lacked the concern for customer needs and satisfaction. But certain products are definitely sold through the salespersons. The last concept, which has evolved in 1950s, is called marketing concept. In marketing concept, the firms show highest concern for customer needs, and therefore focus is on making what can be sold rather than selling what can be made. It is completely reverse from the production concept. In production concept, the firms would like to sell what they can make cheaper. Whereas in marketing concept, the focus is on making what can be sold. That means identifying the needs of the consumers first, and then based on the identification of needs, firm determine what can be sold, and then they try to make that product better. So marketing concept has actually kept consumer needs as a central focus. So this is about four important concepts or firm's orientation. The remaining part of this module 1, that is holistic marketing, we will discuss in the next video. Thank you very much.